we're going to make one famous ice cream there. We're going to make two famous ice creams, but right now we're going to make one. And it's, you be the judge, okay? I don't need to ask what you think of it. Now, some dairies, they make a chocolate mix. What we have is not a vanilla mix, but for, you know, if you're having them side by side, one looks white, one looks brown. So I always call them a vanilla mix or a chocolate mix. When I took that case into the back trunk of my car and drove home, it was white, of course, I didn't know anything. And then I used that for about 10% for about 4 or 5 years. I had a great relay, everything was great. And one day, a guy comes into my store, and we were closed, I was making ice cream. And he said, there's 2 dairies in Florida that service the ice cream industry, and he was from the other one. I won't give you names now. If you want, I'll tell you later. Anyway, so he said, I'm from blah, blah dairy, and I'd like you to try I said, no, I'm good. I'm good. 5 years, great relationship. I knew the owners. Everything was great. So he said, how about, you know, I traveled all this way. Try it. I said, okay. And he came in and he said, let's do a blind test. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, you turn around, I'll put mine and yours here, and you taste them and tell me what you think. I said, okay. So he did. And I tasted one and I said, well, that's great. That's great. And he said, okay, try this one. And I tried this one and my eyes fell out. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that there was something so much better than what I was using. Or not, maybe this was mine. So I said, this is incredible. He said, that's ours. So he said, we have 10%, 12, and 14. I said, well, I'll try the 10%. And he went to his car and he got out of a cooler or whatever he had it, and he brought me a bag, one bag. And I said, if you want to hang around, I'll use it right now. He said, let's go for it. So I cleaned the machine and I made this. And it blew me away. You know, you don't think there'd be that much difference. But you know what it was like? It was like Breyers to Haagen-Dazs. It was significant. So I was hesitant because I'm a loyal person, and my loyalty was to this other company, the guy who met me on the side of the highway. And then he said something else, and this was the turning point. He said, we also make a chocolate mix. And I said, really? He said, yeah. So I agreed to try him for a week, you know, one delivery. I get deliveries every week. And I said, well, add some chocolate mix. Now, the flavor we're going to make is called chocolate velvet. When I first invented it, I had no chocolate mix. So I made it with white mix, and then I added something that you'll have as soon as you start your business. It's Ghirardelli ground chocolate powder. It's you have to have it. It is the best. It's not cocoa. Don't be surprised. Not cocoa. It's sweet ground chocolate powder, and it's ridiculous. I always keep it in the chocolate, and then they make a white chocolate, and you'll get them right away because it's. So anyway, I made the chocolate velvet. I invented it with that, and then after I met this fella, I ordered the chocolate, and I said, let me try it with that, and it went over the top. And I don't use that anymore. I just use it. You'll see a lot of my recipes are simple. I don't like to overcomplicate. If you think about it, if you had a recipe with M&M's, Snickers, and Butterfinger in the recipe, what would you taste? Nothing. Nothing. It would just be a sweet ice cream with all sorts of things running. You couldn't identify it. So I like to keep my recipes as simple as I can to extract that flavor. So you're getting that flavor. In this chocolate velvet, they used to ask the girls, well, what's in it? And the girls would say, chocolate and velvet. And the reason it's named chocolate velvet, this is the smoothest, creamiest ice cream you'll ever taste. And it's a winner. I don't guarantee much, but I do guarantee this. If and when you open a store, this will be there every single day. Anyone who wants chocolate and they taste this, it's over the park, or out of the park, or over the fence, whatever it is. Okay, let's see. You ready, Slick?
We're ready.
Both of you? Yes, you got it. Well, I got conned into that, didn't I? No, that was a con job. Okay, let's see. You, up here. I need you to rinse this machine twice, okay? So get a bucket and maybe 3/4 full of water. Yeah, cold water. Good point. A lot of people say, do we use cold water or warm water to rinse the machine? Never use warm water to rinse the machine. The manufacturer says it's okay. I say no.
Why?
Well, I don't know. You don't need, well, no, I would never pour hot water into a machine that just turned off that was cold. I just wouldn't do it. So even though you may think only warm water, just use cold water. You don't have to use anything else. Just use tap water, cold tap water. Okay, in you go. It's closed. Now you know how to start it, right? No? I'll show you. Okay, you ready, guys? All right. Let's get that bucket up here. Yes, sir. Put it right up here. Now, do you feel confident to use this or not?
I'm sure.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
You know how to do it?
You can show me, and I'll get it.
Okay. Well, I'll do this part. You do the other part.
Okay.
Where are you? Okay, we're in. Now, hit that. Ice cream. Homemade. And hit start. Okay? And after it, see it's a little milky inside? That's cleaning out the machine. Now, we're going to take this apart afterwards, but this makes it easier. In about 15 seconds, shut it, and then get the stuff out. Huh?
Twice or just once?
Once is good. This goes, what? I'm not my brother's keeper. You can put an apron on if you want, but you're all right. Stop it. Easy. Good. Let it go now. Bring it up. Good. Good, good, good. Now, before you take that away, we'll put this there. Leave it open and take it away. And then just rinse that out and put it on the side. Okay. What? I can't tell you.
No.
I'll give you a story, though. We got time for a story?
Yeah.
When I make the variegates, you know what a variegate is?
It's a mix of
Yeah. Lulu, You know what that is, right? Sure. When I make a variegate, this is how I invented it. I think most people do that as it's coming out. They add it and stuff. You know, you've seen that. I don't do it, mainly because when I make ice cream, I'm alone, and it's very hard to have the ice cream coming into a container and you trying to regulate this and open it up, and I don't do that. So what I came up with was a way to, have you seen it on the videos? There's 600 videos there. You must have seen a variegate. A variegate is when we were young and we got vanilla fudge ice cream. It was white, but it had the fudge swirling through it. So I came up with a way to do this. It's rather simple. It's simple, but there's a trick. When the ice cream's coming out of the machine, I use a big bucket like this. Not a big bucket like this, but a big bucket like this. And I'll show you the difference in a minute. Boy, that's rain, huh? That's cool. And what I do is I take the ice cream out till it fills this bucket. Then I take the variegate. Let's say it's caramel or vanilla fudge. You take the fudge. And I coat the top of it. Then I take this and fold it 4 times. Fold it, fold it, fold it, fold it. Then this bucket squishes. This one, not so much. So, and this is what I had. This is how I invented it. So what I do is I take my 1-gallon buckets and set them up on the counter, and I take this and squeeze it, and that's what makes the variegate. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. So I've always had these. Now, these you can't find. Nowhere. Nowhere. So we used to have 6 of them, and now this is the last one. It's the last one. One of my students said, I'm going to invent a squishy bucket. I said, that would be great. Well, they call them squishy bucket. I said, that would be great. So he went to work. He opened a factory or whatever to make squishy buckets. And he came up with this. Close. Close. But not. So you can do it with this. See, this won't. I don't know why, but. And you know where you get these? I'm not telling you. No, not Webster. They don't have them. Nobody that you search for will have these. There is one place to get them on this earth. But I'm not going to tell you. What's that? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's right. Okay. So, to make this ice cream, there's 2 ingredients. Because we have this and that. Now, there's another secret. You know how many secrets I have? I've told you about 15, right? I have about 1,000. It just saves you time and effort and this, which some of you don't have. All right. This one I can't claim credit for. When I had my ice cream store, the first one, we weren't very busy in the beginning, and I would make ice cream there. And my friend Kevin, great friend, he would come and sit with me while I made ice cream. Well, when I made this ice cream, I took this. Now we're going to use the whole bag. So all I want to do is put some in here. So we'll put Well, it doesn't matter because it's all going in the machine eventually. As a matter of fact, you want to put this in there?
Yes, sir.
Give it the choke. And in you go. Right. And as you get to the end, you'll switch the bag to get it all out. You don't want to miss a drop. So what I was doing, it's called rain, Lulu. Taking a picture.
You don't see this in California.
So put 20 of these cups out here, please.
Squeeze it all out, Leon?
Yes, sir.
Did you get it all?
I did.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When I started, I was in search of a vanilla. Now, vanilla comes from what?
Vodka.
What?
Vodka. And the beans.
What's the flower?
Vanilla. Vanilla, no?
No. What do you wear as a corsage to the prom?
Ah, orchid. Orchid.
It comes from the orchid plant, vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
The main source of vanilla in the world is Madagascar. They make the most vanilla in the world. Second to them is Mexico. And then third is Tahiti. So you can get Madagascar vanilla, Mexican vanilla, or Tahitian vanilla. Tahitian vanilla is a small market and it's expensive. It's the expensive one. It's a small place. Tahiti, it's as big as this room. And they make vanilla. The Madagascar vanilla is the standard. They make the most vanilla in the world. And if you go online, you'll see orchids, miles and miles of rows of orchid plants. And that's where the beans come from, those little beans. Vanilla beans, you've seen them? They're long, you score them, you open, you scrape them, and you get zillions of little tiny, teeny tiny dots. That's the vanilla. Well, I tried all the vanillas that I could when I was starting out making ice cream. And I came upon a vanilla that was different. Different. It was made in Mexico. And it was rather inexpensive. And it comes in clear or dark. And I liked it. Now it's different. What's different about it? It's floral. It's floral. And in my way of thinking and working with it, the flower it comes from is a flower. It's an orchid. It's a flower. We've worn them. This has the characteristics of a flower. It's different. It's different. It's called Dancy vanilla. D-A-N-N-C-Y. It's different. I like it. And I built my stores on using this. It's rather inexpensive. You get these on eBay there's a few places in South Texas that either smuggle it or steal it or sneak it across the border, whatever they do. But it's Mexican vanilla. And in places like Brownsville and Laredo and those border towns, I mean, I don't search them out. I just search out Dancy vanilla, and I find that those ladies, it happens to be ladies, sell them. This is a 1 liter, 33.8 ounces. Do you know how much this cost? This is $6. Other brands of this quantity would be $80 to $100. It comes in clear or dark. I've just grown accustomed to the dark. And after we use it, I'll pass it around. You can smell it. Okay? Actually, you can do that now. Pass this around and give it a smell. It's different. It's floral. Let's pass it around instead of reading it. He's unbelievable, isn't he? Okay. So my friend Kevin was joining me as I was making ice cream.
Sorry, sir.
And when I was making this ice cream, this Nutella has to go into this bucket. And I use this. Well, after it's in the bucket, I had to mix it. So I used a whisk. Oh, okay, a whisk. And I would whisk it for 20 minutes. Yeah, thanks. And this is arduous. Not only because it's thick, but it's... So my friend Kevin, God bless him, who was sitting there, said, hey, you want to do that quicker? I said, sure, what do you got? And he had a paint mixer, Home Depot, $4, a paint mixer. You put it in the drill, I don't know how this works, but. And this is what Kevin came up with. And I got to tell you, brilliant. I'd love to take credit, but I can't. So now, because of the way I do this, the ingredients are 1 bag of chocolate mix and 1 tub of Nutella. Not too hard, is it? So we're going to get this in there. Get over here. As much as you can. I want to see white when I look in there. All right, boy, that's a great storm. I was going to have to drive with the top down going home with the freezer in the back, but he said it won't fit anyway. But with the top down, this would make a good ride home with the top down.
You can always open your umbrella.
Yes. Open a house. All right. A simple, did you all smell this? Different, isn't it? Huh? Very different. Would you say floral? Yes, I would say floral. Oh, boy, that's good. This is good. I mean, I could almost... Well, smell away. So it's different. And I always use it, and I always have it. How are we doing? Oh, you're doing great. Oh, you're doing great. Wow, that's great. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'd say she did really good. Now, this. You can't see the color. Well, actually, you can see the color here, right? Now watch. What are you doing? See it getting darker? Darker. How easy is this? You're not shooting this, are you? All right. And now we have to put that in the machine and add the vanilla. You want to? No, you can't do this. Huh?
No problem.
I promise you I won't.
Now,
Yes, sir.
pay attention and focus.
Okay.
Don't worry about them. This is very important to do it right. All right? Just take it serious.
Yes, sir.
We're watching. We're watching. We're
Don't try.
Make sure there's a hand underneath it.
Slide to you. Yes, sir. Going into here.
Squeeze it. That's it. Over the top here. Don't worry about them.
Don't worry about them. Okay.
Careful.
Yes, sir.
All the way.
All the way.
Good job, man.
We good?
We're good.
All right.
Look at that.
All right.
Good job.
Now, before you put it in the sink, waste not, want not. All right. So how many ounces of vanilla do we add?
Much as you want.
Ooh, tough crowd, you know. How much, hold it, shh. How much mix is in a bladder?
2.5 gallons.
How many quarts is that?
10 quarts.
10 quarts.
It's gonna be 10 ounces.
How many ounces of vanilla? 10.
You don't count the Nutella?
Good man. Good man. All right, we'll start it up. You know, the question is on the vanilla, they make clear and they make the dark. I've always used clear. As a matter of fact, I got one case of, I've always used dark. I got one case of clear and I called her to say I don't want it and I'll return it. She said, keep it and I'll send you the other stuff. I'm a good customer. I don't like the clear. There's absolutely no reason.
Okay. Are they removing the color from, I imagine it's natural.
I can't answer any of that stuff. I just know that I started with the dark, and that's what I use. I like it. Now, my wife is a baker, And I turned her, she uses a lot of vanilla, and I turned her onto this vanilla. And she wants the clear. But she's, you know, obstinate anyway. I say black, she says white. Why, you think that wasn't enough? Okay. You know, at $6, I don't like to waste it. That was probably 5. We'll taste. Aren't you glad you came? Free food, free ice cream, me. Oh, you're gonna freak. Okay, it's good. Okay, we ready? Always listen for the compressor, okay? It's on. By the way, don't throw these away. You know what you do with these? No. These are absolutely perfect as rests. For spatulas, scoops, whatever. They're perfect. They're plastic, they last forever, they're the right size. Perfect. That's a 25-cent tip.
That's in the manual.
Okay. Any questions? After this, we'll make, well, I won't even tell you. It's, okay. So how many ingredients in this? Not counting vanilla, because 2. 2. That's correct. Now, without the chocolate mix, and both recipes are in there for, I use the chocolate powder. And it was invented with the chocolate powder. So don't think that if you can't get chocolate mix, you can't do this. You can. The origins of it are without the chocolate mix. This chocolate mix is, I think it's 10%, but it might be 12. I'm not sure. When Christy comes in, we'll check. Actually, there's another one in here. See if it's 10 or 12.
I think it's only 10.
10.
That's what it said on it.
Yeah,
Chocolate
it's
mix
10.
More than the vanilla mix?
Cost more?
Yeah.
I think it's $2 more.
Then you gotta get,
Huh?
I said, then you gotta get it shipped to you, right? So $60
Right,
or
right.
some dollars per box.
By the way, Tim just asked, is it more expensive for the chocolate mix than the white mix? Yes. I think it's $2 or $3 for a box. But let's say it was 10. Who cares? It won't take long for you to not think about money. It won't take long. It'll take probably 2 weeks. As soon as you, and by the way, record keeping, let's talk, okay? I'm not a computer guy. As you know, I'm an old-fashioned guy. I kept all my records, and this is also in, everything's in there. I kept all my records. You know the notebooks that kids go to school, the black and white, what are they called? Composition books. You can't take pages out of them unless you rip them out. They're sewn or whatever it is. It's not like a 3-ring binder or a spiral. Well, when I first started, I got one of those. And you open up the front, and it's all the money that it costs me. Each page is one day. Tuesday, August 1st. Everything I spent that day, whether I paid rent that day, whether I bought supplies that day, whatever money went out of me into the world was on that page. And every day was a day in a month. I mean, every page was a month. So it kept, you know, there was lines on it. And then at the end of the month, I drew a line and I totaled up. What did I spend this month? I didn't care on what. I mean, I listed everything, but I didn't care. I wanted to know how much came from here and went there. If you turn the book over and you open up the back cover, it's what comes in. I called this my comes in, goes out book. Comes in, goes out. Comes in, goes out. And in the comes in, every day, at the end of the day, you run a tape on the register. Or if you have the bloop, then you get the total from them. And I would put that, no other money came in, so that was the money. After the month, it's very simple. You look at the goes out, and you look at the comes in. And the difference is what you make. If it's not, it's what you owe. Well, it's never going to be what you owe. I can promise you that, ever. It'll never be what you owe, which is highly unusual for a business. So that's the comes in, goes out book. And every month you figure out what it is, what the difference is. In the middle of the book is the chart of it. There's just 3 things. It doesn't go on from here. And you don't even need the chart. But I'm a chart kind of person. So I had a chart with each month. And you know how you see Wall Street going like this and everything? Well, that's what this was. This was how much you grossed. We're not talking net, we're talking gross. How much you gross. And, you know, it does this and goes up. So that's my whole record keeping. A comes in, goes out book. And I save them over the years. Each year is another book. And that's it. So it's the comes in, goes out book. It's not a bad thing to do. Now, to figure your gross, your net rather, well, this we go into there. I don't want to go into it, but you can see how much you're netting per gross. Does that make sense? How much money you're making after everything. That's net. And that's what I mean, if you want to know it, you'll know it. You'll know it by the fact that you just bought a new car. You'll know it by the fact that you ordered the 24 quart. You'll know it because you told the sign guy, I want a big sign out front. You'll know it. It's not hard to know. What, you got all your stuff in here ready to go?
Yes.
Okay. What time did you flight?
No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. But you're still ready to bolt. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Are you an LLC, or what is your
LLC.
escort?
I started as an S corp, and then was advised by the accountant to make it an LLC.
Well, LLC is a legal event, as in what's the legal identity for the tax purposes would be the S four or.
I know nothing. Good question. Fair question. In the store, the girls, we opened at 6. The girls would get there at 5. And the first thing they would do before they took the chairs down, before they turned all the stuff on, they would go to the freezers and take the gallons of hard ice cream and put them on the counter to temper, soften up, so that they could serve it. Now this ice cream, if you didn't do that, be hard to serve it. The chocolates are harder than the vanillas. Why? I don't know. Some ice creams are naturally hard, very hard. This is one of them. The adult flavors, you don't have to do that with, because the alcohol, which is suspended in there, prevents it from getting like that. Some of them, however, and she would have 20 of them up here, because she knew that when she opened, the line would come in, and people would want all different flavors, and she had to be able to scoop them. So does that answer anything? I don't think so.
No, I just was comparing it to, so when they're scooping it, it's going to be more similar to this.
Or that was my question earlier.
Yeah.
About the freezer.
Somebody once argued with me constantly about the fact that when you make ice cream and you put it in the freezer, it's better the next day because it blooms. Have you heard this? It's hogwash. It's 100% false, and I'll tell you why. When you eat ice cream, your spoon goes where? Around the outside where it's soft, right? That's where you go, because the softer means the higher the temperature, which means the more flavor you're getting. When you put it in the freezer and bring it out tomorrow and taste it, it's hard and frozen. It won't taste as good. It'll never taste as good as it will in 5 minutes. Does that help? Okay. Oh boy. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, come over here. Now here's how I do it. After it's reasonably filled, I zip it. Okay? You can take that and fill them up. You don't have to put them over there, just one. You can put the others here. I got to top them up.
Okay.
And here you can make sure they're sealed. Don't be shy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Money.
And money, huh?
Money. Okay, we can let that go. Put tops on these. It's all you need. You don't have to bother with labelers and, tape and a Sharpie is all you need.
Register for the next in-person class by going to theicecreambootcamp.com.